chief. Be ready, so you ain't gotta get ready. Second Ezra 3 and 8.
7 and 43.
7. Turn right to it. It was on there. It was already on the book. Mark.
Oh, that's the spirit.
That's crazy. 43.
Yep, tuck in,
Wow.
back up.
Yep. It's back. Okay.
Tuck in, brother. There you go. Trying to get the camera right. That's good. All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, and Kwakwadas.
We want to give double honors unto the apostles, and that was a great millstone who learned this truth from. We want to say peace, mercy, and blessings unto all the hopeful elect. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, that means he exists, that he's to be. The name of the Son is Yahweh Shai, that means he is to deliver. All right, now we are the Hebrew Israelites. There's 12 tribes that consist of our nation. All right, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, Latin Hispanics. We're those people that make the lost 12 tribes. Of Israel, all right? And the self-proclaimed white man, he's not white, he's red. According to the Bible, he is Esau, Edomite, Dumia, all right? And according to Bible prophecy, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed, all right? And if you've been paying attention, man, it's going down, you know? I forgot that. Yeah, if you've been paying attention, man, it's going down. You know, you got Trump threatening to take Greenland. You know, you got uproars all throughout Babylon the Great over what happened down there in Minnesota. All right, that lady Renee Good, she was shot. You know, if you look up the definition of the name Renee, it means to be born again. You know, what's that spiritual? You know. Bring that up, brother.
This is the book of Second Esdras 7 and 43, and it reads, "But the day of doom shall be the end of this time."
Right, and if you remember a while back, you know, what did Trump say? Trump said that, you know, these are the perennial prophets of doom. You know, let me see if I can find that. Oh, wow. This is sick, bro. Not a phone, man. I just charged it.
What's up, bro? What's up? Wow.
This is from the World Economic Forum. It says at Davos, it says Trump urges the world to ignore the prophets of doom. He said, and this was in 2021. He said the world should not heed the perennial prophets of doom. U.S. President Donald Trump told the World Economic Forum's annual meeting, where climate change is one of the main themes. But you know, who's those prophets of doom? That's the men out on the highways and hedges, you know, signing and crying for all the abominations. You know, bring out
This is the book of Second Esdras 7 and verse 43, and it reads, "But the day," and that's where you niggas going, straight to hell, in the Hellcat. Prophets of doom, right? But the day of doom shall be the end of this time.
right, doomsday. You know, doomsday is actually biblical. It's crazy, man.
Right.
It's a crazy ass Saturday, man.
Right.
See why we come out Sundays.
Yeah.
This shit is wild out here. I'm surprised there ain't no protest. It was protesting all over the country, but here in Rochester, it's probably somewhere in Buffalo.
somewhere.
I know they're in the city. Because New York is a blue state. New York is a blue state, and you got New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, all up north is blue states. If you look at the southern part of the map, Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, Florida, those are states. You know, the West Coast blue states, Washington, California, Oregon, Nevada, blue states. You know, those are blue states. Come on this side, brother. Yeah, but that shows you that this country is completely divided. You know, one more time.
This is the book of Second Esdras 7 and verse 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time.
Yeah, doomsday is going to be the end of this time. You know, meaning the end of this world. You go into that word world, and in the Greek, the word there is eon, which means a period of time. So the so-called white man, the 1%, the least who was Esau, he was given a period of time to rule. But his end is going to be doomsday, which is what? Judgment day. You go into the word doom, it means judgment. All right, and the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he's going to bring judgment upon this world, which has already started. You know, we're in the times of Jacob's trouble. You know, we should be on fire right now. You see what's happening. Huh? This shit, you think we're gonna be here another couple of years? You out your fucking mind.
Right,
You don't see what's happening. You got something? You get Matthew 12. Go to I think it's 25. If you think we're gonna be here another couple of years, man, you out your fucking mind. You know.
So I was gonna mention too. That's what our ancient ancestors in the Northern Kingdom, the Mayans, they predicted what? Apocalypse, which was the end of era for them. You know what I mean? That's when the conquistadors came over. You know what I mean? So, you know, they were like what great keepers of time.
Yeah, the tribe of Issachar.
Yes.
Got that.
12, so 1.
25. Shalom.
The book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 25. Yahushua moved their thoughts, said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation.
Yeah, and that's Babylon. Babylon is completely divided against itself.
Right, bro.
Shalom. Like we were saying earlier with the red states and blue states. You look at part of the map, there's red states and part of the blue states. That's division. Right now in Minneapolis, you know, with your brother broke that word down, it means the water's breaking through. Well, the scripture says the enemy's going to come in like a flood. So right now in Minneapolis, you got the mayor, I think his name is Tom Walsh. He's using his National Guard to go against ICE agents.
Yeah.
But then in other states, ICE is backing up. The National Guard is backing up ICE. So that's division.
I think he said explicitly, he said, ICE agents, get the fuck out my city.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
You know, I got this article from End Time Headlines. It says, ICE describes recent immigration event as wartime in America. So we're not in a time of peace, man.
The book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 25. Yahushua moved their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation.
Desolation meaning what? Meaning it comes to destruction, comes to naught. You know? So it's inevitable. And we see it. We just letting you know that it's inevitable before the dollar collapse. All right? You got Trump, what he's doing right now. He's being the goddamn cool lord that he is. All right? And his man, J.D. Vance, just said that ICE is going to be, going to be going door to door. So what is that? What time is that? Is that a time of peace? No, that's the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, the brother sent a video where someone was working doing DoorDash. They had to run in that person's house who they were delivering to, so they could try to escape. You had another Uber driver. They ran down on him. You know, the Somalian group. So they out here, man. The cruel Lord has his people out here. And this is all to instigate what you would call martial law. Which you can go to that word martial law, it means warlike law.
Oh, can I say something? Shit, 6 people just got killed in Mississippi. Mass shooting.
And see that mass shootings, and I believe, I don't know if they died, but from what happened in Minneapolis, 2 people got shot in Oregon. You know, from the protests. You know.
And every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. In every city or house is divided against itself shall not stand.
From the top again.
The book of Matthew chapter 12 verse 25. And Yahweh knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation.
Yeah, it's going to be brought to desolation. It's too divided. Okay? And on every level, the men are divided from the woman. So all right? There's this left-right paradigm, which that's 2 wings of the same bird. That's all bullshit. You know, red states, blue states. You know, then it's also divided by race. Because a lot of those ICE agents, they're actually white supremacists. You know, they're just out there, you know, just getting their rocks off, so to speak. And who's the target? The target's always Israelites. Or shit, anything that's browner than them. You know?
And every city of houses divided against itself shall not stand.
So it ain't gonna stand. You know, and that's all we're saying. That's our message. All right, but with it collapsing, you gotta understand that's Esau coming down with big rats. So what is he about to do? He's about to start slaughtering the tribes, you know?
And Satan and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then this kingdom stand?
Exactly. So if Satan be divided against Satan, and they're divided against each other on all levels. All right?
This is the book of Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Yeah. Hold up. This is the in the Bible, the ledger for Isaiah 47:1. It says to sit in the dust or on the ground was a sign of subservience and humiliation. So that's what's happening. It's being humiliated on a worldwide scale. Because people are starting to see this place for what it is. Esau, he's just, you know, he's blood hungry. You know, all he wants to do is invade other nations and rob, steal, kill, destroy, and take their resources. Just like he did in Venezuela, just like they're about to do in Greenland. You know, I believe he's offering each citizen $100,000. You know, those people, you know, there were Greenland is a part of Denmark, which makes them a part of NATO and the EU. So what this is doing, this is only making the, you know, the other nations hate the horde, which is Babylon the Great.
And also, didn't they say that Trump had moved the U.S. out of the NATO, the UN, you know, whatever that is, that United Nations?
Well, I got something. This is from InfoWars. It says, history just happened. President Trump has effectively pulled the U.S. out of the United Nations, says NWO expert William F. Jasper. So there you go. No, that links up with Revelation 17. But I'm going to keep reading. It says, Babylon, the mighty nation that achieved special status among the other nations of the world, meaning what, tender and delicate, will be put in a position of shame. That's exactly what's happening.
Crazy. Wow. Go. And it reads, continuing on in 47, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Meaning what? The Most High is going to take away the authority seat, the power seat. If you're sitting on a throne, what? You're a ruler, you're a king. And the earth is given to them, the wicked right now, so they have some authority. You know?
For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Yeah, this ain't the place, this ain't it no more. Right. All right? A lot of people getting ready to reverse migrate. What says, when shall every man turn to his own people? That's what's getting ready to happen, you know?
Yeah, it ain't the happy days, you know, with the fines and Chachi and all that shit. Verse 2, take the millstones and grind mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg.
Yeah, Esau, he's being completely exposed. Okay, his borders are wide open. This place is invaded. You have other nations right now, sleeper cells, foreign troops. They're ready to do damage. And who knows when they'll be activated? And right now, shit, it's only what? Not even 2 weeks into the so-called New Year. Look how turned up. You could feel the spirit out here, man. The demons on these people is more turned up. Spiritual battle is more turned up. Everything's turned up. That happens every year.
You finished?
Oh, go ahead, keep talking.
And it reads, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Yeah, I will not meet thee as a man. Meaning this time when the Lord comes back, he's going to come back in his angelic form, all right, with Michael the archangel, thousands of chariots. And that's why UFO sightings are you know, at their highest right now. You know, that's a sign of Esau's end. And what did the Lord say? As birds flying, will I defend Jerusalem? Now, when you see birds flying, what do you see? You see them like flying in formation.
Flocks.
And that's how the chariot is going to come. Fathership, you know.
Hit 4, and this is explaining who he is. As for our Redeemer, right? That's the Lord. Because remember in Deuteronomy 28, it says, ye shall go into Egypt again with ships. It says, no one shall buy thee, which means redeemed. But this is the Lord, because it's the Lord's job to do it. So this is who he is. As for our Redeemer, the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, is his name, the Holy One of Israel.
Right, the Holy One of Israel, and that's covenantal, all right? Meaning the Most High is not coming back to redeem all people. He's only coming back to redeem his people, right? When you read Matthew 1 and 21, it says, he shall save his people from their sins. And what the hell are you other guys doing? You know, I saw a video of Stream of Wisdom. You know, they're up in there teaching about, you know, maps and shit. We're in the days of prophecy, man. Like, yeah, that's cool. When you look at what these other groups are doing, they're not putting prophecy. You're supposed to be pushing these prophecies. You know?
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16.
I'm sorry, what?
1. Chapter 16, verse 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon, and Asia.
This is the modern day Babylon. Okay, in Asia you can link that with Moab. You know, but you know, it's really talking about that area in the Middle East, because that's where the Valley of Armageddon is going to be. You know, the mountain troops are Yahweh Shaphat, meaning what? The Lord's judgment. You know.
The book of the 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon, and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egyptians and Syria. Gird up
Egypt and Syria, and this is the modern day Egypt and Syria.
That's what's going to be at in that war, Valley of Jehoshaphat. All the nations come against Jehoshaphat.
Yeah, the Most High, he's going to strategically gather them. They can get in Zephaniah too. And no, I think it's Zephaniah. Keep going, I'll find it.
Gird up yourself with cloth of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is set upon you.
Yeah, that sword meaning what? War. Okay, and a big part of the war that the Lord's going to send to this place is civil war, Egyptian against Egyptian. We see that happening, which we've been seeing happen, going back to January 6th. You know, when he first was in office. You know, we thought she was going to pop off then. You know, but of course other prophecies have to be fulfilled, like what? The rice device, the mark of the beast, the hour of temptation, right?
And a sword.
Yeah.
This is the book of Zephaniah 3 and 9.
3 and 5.
3 and 5. The just Lord Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai is in the midst thereof. Go to 8. This is Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord.
So you're supposed to be patient. What did the Lord say? In your patience possess ye your souls. So that's really the bitter part of this walk, is that, you know, we hasten the day, you know, Lord willing, this be the year, but we really don't know. We hoping, but the signs are there, you know. It says what? No man knows the day, the hour, you know, not even Yahweh, but my Father only.
And it reads, saith the Lord Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, until the day that I rise up to the prey.
Exactly. I mean, what? The second coming, you know.
For my determination is to gather the nations.
So that's what's happening right now. The Most High is gathering the nations. All right, teams, alliances are being formed. This is why you have, you know, North Korea, you know, China, you know, in the midst of this, China's going after Taiwan. That's another thing. You know why everybody's distracted? China's circling Taiwan. You know, and you got what, you know, Russia. Right, they're threatening Trump about the oil tanker ships
too.
And not only do you have uproars here in Babylon the Great, shit is popping off in the Holy Land in Persia, over there. You know.
This is Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, until the day that I rise up to the prey.
Right, so we're not in time of trying to, you know, take things into your own hands. You gotta wait upon the Lord till the Lord, you know, give the green light. Till the Lord send that spiritual power. You know, till the Lord, you know, allow certain prophecies to be fulfilled. Then we're gonna be able to take vengeance on Esau. But right now, we gotta be patient. We gotta wait. Yeah. It's gonna come to a point where, you know, some brothers are gonna be martyrs for this faith. You know.
That's going into the prophecy. No man knows the day or the hour. So you can't, you know, go out and expect the Lord to be with you on a Black Panther, you know, mission, or you know what I mean? Whatever factions these people be coming up with. You know
Yeah,
the Black Gun Owners Association. You know.
Exactly. You know, was it No Fuck Around Crew?
Right.
That guy. And don't be going out to these protests and stuff either, man. You know, don't intermingle with that shit. You know, because you don't want to get caught up out there. You know, this ain't the Lord just pretty much saying, sit back and watch the show. And that's what we're doing. We're just narrating. You know, like the weatherman, he just talking about the weather. You know.
It's ridiculous. Man. And it reads, until the day that I rise up to the prey, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation.
Exactly. Indignation is what? Righteous anger. So how the Lord's going to pour his righteous anger on them? Nuclear destruction. And also when the chariots hit you. You know, when the Lord allows, you know, when the Heavenly Father sends Yahweh Shai back, those chariots are going to do damage too, along with the nukes. You know, and that's when you read 2 Ezra 13.
The book of 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 2. Girdle yourselves with cloth and sack of hair, and will your children be sorry, for your destruction is at hand.
Exactly, the destruction is at hand, meaning what? Meaning it's close. You know?
Verse 3, a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it?
Yes, there's no way you turn back what's happening. You know, there's no way you can stop it, because the Lord already proclaimed it. He say what? He declared the end from the beginning.
Verse 4, a fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what if he that may drive them away?
You can't drive away the civil war. Okay? You can't drive away the protests. You can't drive away the economic collapse. Okay? You can't. There's no way you can stop what's coming. You know? And people are feeling it. You know, you have a lot of people right now, they're getting addicted, they're living out their cars, or shit, they might just be homeless. And because of that, they're turning to drugs to cope. So people are catching hell. So you gotta be appreciative for what you got. You gotta thank Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know, count your blessings.
May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may any one quench the fire in the stubble when it is have begun to burn. I mean, you can't put out, you say, you know, once the things begin to burn like a forest fire. Doesn't matter how much water, how much, whatever you do, you ain't gonna quench it out. You know what I'm saying? So it's already started. So like he said, we're gonna draw back the arrows once it's shot from the mighty archer. You can't draw it back. So you know, it's too far gone to go back to normal, basically. You know, Esau Edom don't started it, so the Heavenly Father gonna finish it.
No turning back for you, man.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna get the worst ass whooping humankind, you know, mankind has ever got. You know,
he already got the chance to get peace many times. You know, even back when the ancient times, even back in the garden, you could choose to continue to keep, you know, being a habitual line crosser throughout time. Every time he came back, he kept you know, crossing lines and breaking covenants.
Which the Most High set him up to be that way, because he said, "It shall make, you know, crooked things straight." You know, I mean, what? You can't, ain't no helping this dude. And but you still got a lot of our people. They want to save Esau and shit.
Yeah.
You know, they're advocating to save Esau. Scripture says, "His spirit in them is not upright within them." Nothing you can do.
You can't tame untamed animals. There's certain animals you just can't keep as pets.
It comes to a point where you got to say, well, you know, we got to put this animal down. But that's Esau, because look what he's doing to the look what he's doing to the earth right now, man. Look at the condition of the people. You know,
Yeah, like a dog with rabies. It's affected his brain, so he'll never be right. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, like you say, you gotta euthanize him. You gotta put him on his misery. Right? Then verse 6. May any man drive away a hungry lion in the woods, and may any one quench the fire in the stubble when it have begun to burn. May one turn again on arrows that is shot of a strong archer.
they're strong archers too, the Russians. All right, that's like big brother to, like, you know, Persia, you know, those other nations, Egypt, what they say, Libya, Turkey over there. Because what they got the firepower. You know, so, you know, what they say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So they gonna get cool with Russia because they got something in common, the West. Right. And then you got the least of the flock, which is Amalek. Those two are fucking terrorizing the whole world. You know, so the arrows is the nukes. You know, we're not in the ancient world where, you know, you got a bow and arrow. No, these nations have nuclear weapons. That's serious. I ain't gonna oh, they got nukes. No. Nukes. Look up what happened to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Right. It's gonna be worse than that because the technology is far more advanced. I believe those were what, atomic bombs? We're talking about nuclear weapons. You know, this shit's gonna be terrifying.
Hydrogen bombs. This is actually a chemical concoction of a radiation.
Yep.
Nuclear proportion. Got to preach that clearly. This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3 for when they. Okay. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
Right, because who are the brethren? The brethren are the ones who are watching, so they are aware, so they know. So it's like what? It's like preaching to the choir? You know?
Well, verse 2, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai, so cometh as a thief in the night.
A thief ain't gonna let you know when he's coming. Why? Because that would defeat the point. You're gonna be up with the shotgun, the cops gonna be on, you know, right, parked around the corner.
Right.
It's a setup. He's setting himself up. So why would he tell you? You see? So it's strategic why we don't know when the Lord coming back, man. It's like the brother said, it's the modern day wilderness. Where our people had to roam 40 years till all the wicked fucking Israelites died off. You know?
And also that's just keeping everybody on their toes, even us in the know. You know what I'm saying? Because if you knew when the Lord was coming back, I mean, you would kind of do the same thing. You'd be making sure everything. That's like at your job. The place look like shit, but as soon as corporate come in, now everybody on their best behavior.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers cleaning up.
Yep.
Niggas at their stations. You know what I'm saying? They doing their job. The management, hey, how you doing today, John? Doing it, just yelling at you and shit 5 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the Lord keeping us, you know what I'm saying, on the edge of our seat. You know? And it reads, verse 3, for when they shall say, this is the point I was saying, for when they shall say peace and safety.
If you believe that, shit, you're stupid.
Right.
You know, if you think some type of peace gonna come out of all this, you're stupid. You know, the only path to peace is what? Is your homicide and the elect taking over this world. You know, because look at what Trump is doing. He's going on a damn rampage right now. You know.
For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. This is the point here. As travail upon a woman with child.
Yeah, so these are likened up to what? To birth pains. You know, earthquakes, famines, uproars of the people. You know what I'm saying? War, different skirmishes, wars, rumors of wars. You know, droughts. These are all part of the birth pains. Now, when a woman is pregnant, you know, it ain't like she could turn it back. She can't unpregnate herself. That water break, the contractions come, that baby gotta be born. That's what's happening. You know?
As upon a woman with child.
Oh, check this out. It says Trump indicates America will take Greenland whether they like it or not.
Get more emboldened,
You know?
day by day. Yeah.
They say he took what's Maduro?
Mm-hmm.
President of Venezuela,
And his bitch.
He was bumping Chief Keef music. This dude's a gangster, man. He's damn near YN.
They threw him on a Nike Tech fleece. You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna kidnap you in style.
This is
You know
wild.
what I'm saying? Had the Beats by Dre headphones on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Donald Trump, there was the scripture say he more stout than his fellows.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. But what he did at the what was that? The summit. He just moved in.
Yeah.
In the front.
Like, hold on, I'm American.
Like, I'm the guy.
Yeah, Cape. You know what I mean? Da-da-da-da.
Where you say ABC fake news.
When he first term, he was funnier though. He was more like when he told the Eve sister, when her son died in the morgue. He said, "Well, you should know what he signed up for."
That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is true. Like,
Yeah.
like you know.
Yeah, but you don't say no shit.
Much like, oh well, bitch.
Yeah.
He said, "Well, you should know what he signed up for."
Pretty much what he said.
When he told the reporter, and they was talking about the COVID, and so that the reporter was having to be Chinese, and he was like, "Hey, talking about the COVID, and blah blah, like warn people." He said, "Well, why don't you ask China
Right.
and see what they tell you?"
Exactly. What he said, the Wu-Tang flu, the Kung flu.
Yeah, the Kung flu.
Every day I was looking up, wait for his antics or something was funny they would say.
Right.
Like, he always had something off the chain to say every day.
But I think that first administration of his, he thought the people was really with him. You know what I'm saying? But this time, this second administration, he at least got in his ear like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We don't gave you the election. We need you to do something for us. You know what I'm saying? And they told him to go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Go to war. Go to war with the nation, you know?
But shit, now they about to get martial law popping.
You know? And it reads, and they shall not escape. See, that's that baby coming out. You ain't gonna escape from labor pain.
Exactly, which the baby being born is what? The destruction. What we're talking about. This is some more news. Breaking, exclusive. Kyle Rittenhouse warns the left is preparing to stage a false, you know what, to blame ICE and launch a new civil war.
No, that's some more actually, because it's going into the thief.
All right.
Verse 4, but ye, brethren, are not in darkness.
Yeah, the world is in darkness. Because it says what? Men shall love darkness rather than light.
Right.
You know? They don't want to come to the light because their deeds going to be, you know, their deeds going to be cleaned up. But they want to stay in that filth, which is the darkness.
They want to stay stuck in that TV like Carolyn.
Yep.
Coming to the light. And it reads that day should overtake you as a thief. You see? So it says you are not in darkness.
Because we're watching.
We're in the know.
And you know, so we see these things, we're like, oh shit, y'all don't see this?
Right.
Y'all, that's why it says some trumpet be blown in the city and people not be afraid. If people saw what we saw, knew what we knew, they'll be scared of shit. They'll be afraid, man, of what's happening. You know? But they don't, but that proves that the Lord blind their eyes and stop their ears, because if they could actually hear them, like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You
that's
know?
what you were saying the other day. Like, I be telling people and stuff at work, or, you know, just in general, be like, yeah, but next week we're going to go on a vacation. And you was like, you did not hear what I just told you? I said, America about to be destroyed. But they just continue on and follow. You know what I mean? This is deep though. This whole chapter, and it reads verse 6. No, verse 5. Ye are all the children of light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night.
We're not of the night, all right, because we're watching, all right.
And it says, nor of darkness.
Right. If you're of the night and if you're of darkness, that means you're of the world. You know, and the world, in this world is what? Temporary. Things that you see are temporal, but the kingdom to come is going to be forever. Which, Lord willing, we give the part of the first fruits of that.
Yeah. And that goes back to our old visitor in this last summer when he tried to say darkness isn't night, and darkness is, in comparison, the same thing. But the darkness this is talking about is evil, is wickedness. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be two things at once. You know? And it reads, who's that? What was his name? The boxing dude, Adonis. Remember Adonis? He tried to say, well, it says the light, the light, and it says it's gonna be dark.
Well, I do probably. He gonna see. He gonna see.
He gonna FAFO. He gonna faithful.
Well, the Lord is gonna bring darkness. How about that? What about when there's blackouts?
Right.
You know.
Right. And it reads, verse 6. Therefore, let us not sleep.
Yeah.
Right.
Meaning what? Meaning you
should watch.
You sleep. Meaning you what? You're not up. You're not awake. You're not alert.
Right.
You know. And if you're sleeping, you're gonna be caught off guard by the like next Friday.
Right.
He broke in their house. They got up and started whooping his ass with the Christmas tree.
Right.
I was watching the backstory behind that. He said, man, y'all hit me too hard with the tree. You know? But hey, that's how it's gonna come, like a thief in the night. The thief don't let you know when he's coming. You know?
Right. And it reads, as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night.
Meaning what? You're caught up in the ways and the wine and the philosophies, the doctrine, the teachings, the customs and belief of this world. If you're out there protesting, all right, what do you say? They're drunken in the night. If you're out there protesting, you're as drunken in the night. You voting, you know, you're talking about we need to stop ICE. That's actually part of prophecy. Because it says 2/3 of our people, they're not going to make it on this side. You know? It talks about the time of Jacob's trouble. That's it. Well, ICE what? J.D. Vance said what? We need ICE to go door to door. What do you think they're going to do? It says they shall cast them out of their houses and take away their goods. Right. This is the time.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that whole Children of the Night thing reminds me of that Rihanna video with Jay-Z. Oh, we run this town tonight.
Yeah.
Rack City comes to mind.
Yep.
All that deep, dark witchcraft, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And this is dope too, this verse here. And it says, verse 8, but let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet, the hope of salvation.
Yep. Meaning what? Have that whole armor on you, man. A helmet, the hope of salvation, meaning what? A helmet does what? Protect your mind. So you need to protect your mind by what? You know, and your test by being faithful, believing, reading His Word, fasting, studying, you know, praying without ceasing. You know, you gotta be constantly praying in this place, man, because we're being constantly attacked. It's like the movie The Matrix, that the agents was able to hop on anyone to fucking New York. You see it at work every day. Like, man, this motherfucker got demons on him. Why you want to come over here fucking with me? I'm over here in my own bubble.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know? You got somebody?
I'm looking for Mario. See if it popped up.
Oh, there's a lot of shit popping up. You know, I'm gonna send it to the chat. You want to read it? My phone might die anyway.
Verse 6, may any man drive away a hungry lion in the woods, or may anyone quench the stubble when it have begun to burn. May one turn again the arrows that is shot of a strong archer. The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? You know what I'm saying? So Heavenly Father, you know, He sends plagues out. Nobody can stop what He do. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't care what type of power that you may think you have, you know, you can't stop it. Just like the brother from Cali said he had a dream about when the flood happened, and he said he had spiritual powers, and he was trying to stop the water like on Avatar from flooding him, but you know, he had spiritual powers, it still killed him. You know what I'm saying? That goes to show you, like, even though I may give you power, I give you power, but I can override your power. You know, it doesn't matter what technology Esau Edom has, you can't stop what the Heavenly Father brought.
And why would the Lord allow you to have power to where He can't stop right here? That don't make no sense.
Well, that goes into that Christian doctrine of Satan is just running around here wreaking havoc, and you know, he's kind of equal with the Lord. He has power, and he's, you know, doing his own thing.
That's bullshit. Like it's going into Jacob's ladder. It says the angels ascending and descending. Meaning what? They was going up with, you know, reports, and it was coming down on orders, on missions.
Yeah.
You know, and when you read Job, what does it say? It said the sons of God came to present themselves. You know, that means that makes Satan a subordinate. If you're not, then why would you know?
It goes back to what was his name, the Hari, or what's that dude, that sodomite dude, glasses, Noah, Hari. He's saying that we can make God mad if we want to. We can
make rain.
Rain. We can do this. We can do that. But they don't understand that, Lord, He gave you that power to do something. He can stop it. He said that Romans 9 and 14, 15. He said that I gave Pharaoh power so I raised them up.
Yep.
I can destroy you.
Yep. Right. I raised you up. I gave you that. I did this so I can knock you back down. Just like a sandcastle. You spend 8 hours building up that sandcastle just to kick it down and you finish it.
Yeah, you know, you enjoy building it up too.
Yeah.
There's detail. You might take a picture with it and everything.
Yep.
You know, you take pleasure in it. But what's the more fun part? To knock it down.
Yep.
That's what the Lord's doing with this place.
Yep. And the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?
Yeah, pray for Babylon. They ain't gonna drive it away. The witches, they gonna try a lot of witches, which they're already doing. That shit ain't gonna work either. You know?
Yeah, they're gonna try to wish themselves into a state of bliss or happiness. Like this one young, I think she may be Israelite from the southern kingdom, northern kingdom. But you know, she talked about, how's your day today? I said, well, shit, I'm fucking here. I said, I'm in Hades again. She's like, oh my gosh, because I never, thought of it like that. Talking about, I just try to think of happy thoughts and stay. Bitch, do you not realize that if I kick you in your face 10 times, you ain't gonna be thinking about no happy thoughts. This is what this place is doing to us, beating us down.
Yeah, it says Daniel, he had worn out the saints, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the bitter part too, because as time goes by, what the body breaks down because
Right.
the judgment over all flesh is to die.
Yeah.
So that means you're gonna get older. Things gonna happen.
We're dying now. We're aging. We're aging. You know what I'm saying? But when we get the new bodies, we ain't gonna age. You know? What is that? Life everlasting. You know? Immortality, basically.
Verse 9.
Which is what Esau trying to get with his robotics, his lab and shit. You're not gonna do it, man. That's not for you.
Right.
Right. Second Esdras, the book of Second Esdras, chapter 16, verse 9. A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench
This
it?
weather is all fucked up, man.
Raining in the winter.
Yesterday the winds got up to like
60 degrees.
60 miles per hour winds, and we couldn't even drive.
Yeah.
That should have knocked the truck over. This weather, this is the end, bro.
Right.
I think last year it was snow.
Right.
January.
Right.
Now it's Sunday. I think it was what's it, Saturday? I think it was Thursday. It was actually nice out.
It was like a fall-like summer day. Yesterday was warm.
Feel like spring.
Felt like spring. You know what I mean?
That's the sound right there.
Right.
Book of Second Esdras, chapter 16, verse 8. Mighty Lord sendeth the plague. Who is he that can drive them away? Fire shall go forth from his wrath. Who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightning, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, who shall not be afraid?
And that's why the elites gonna try to hide themselves, man. They gonna try to hide. Can you get Revelation 6? I believe you start at 13. All right, you think the elites are not scared? They're not here right now. Babylon is what a petri dish. It's an experiment for the elites. That's why they allow same-sex marriage, gender benders. It's a fucking experiment. It's a social experiment. You got people do social experiments. You try to talk to this girl. I'm gonna hop my Lamborghini. That's what he's experimenting. He's a mad scientist.
That's why they're touching the lab rats and the mazes. And they can say, we're going to see what happens. We take away their food. There's only one food crumb left. And have rats fighting over it. Say they're very violent. That's how they're going to say they're very violent when there's less food.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So let's implement that into these projects. That's predominantly what black and brown people.
Exactly. And native, the rest too.
So Revelation 6 and 13.
Yes.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6 and 13. And the stars of heaven fell. This is Revelation 6 and 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake.
Now, what is going to cause that great earthquake? Well, we're reading about the nukes.
Right.
It says in Isaiah that the earth's going to reel to and fro like a drunk. You know what I mean? Like you watch The Simpsons. What's that dude's name? He always drunk.
Right.
The guy,
He did his name.
forget his name too. But
Bernie.
Bernie.
He be walking all wobbly and shit. That's how Babylon going to be. It says it's going to reel to and fro like a drunker.
It's going to be unstable, basically. Off balance. The tectonic plates is going to shift. That's what keeps this place balanced, according to Esau's scientific.
And also you gotta think about what other reactions that's gonna cause, like volcano eruptions.
That's gonna be a big one. They got one on Netflix now. I'm watching. It's called the Great Flood. Spiritual. I think it's crazy. I think it's Moab or Ammon production. And it reads, and lo, there was a great earthquake.
And this could actually cause earthquakes. I mean, don't get me wrong. When it impact, like that's a lot of stuff skeleton the earth. It's going to feel it.
Yeah.
And then it's going to create a destroying wind. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it reads, and the sun became black as sackcloth.
Right, because the chariots gonna block out the constellations too. Like that movie Independence Day. They looked up, they're like, what is that? Because the big ass spalder ship was covering the sky, but then you gotta think of also the
Mushroom
mushroom cloud, you know,
block out the
how
sun.
that's gonna react with the elements.
It's going to be darkness on darkness, what you call thick darkness.
Right.
That's what he said, Amos, thick darkness, very gloomy. You know what I'm saying?
It's like in that movie 300. You know what I'm saying? He says, I shall rain arrows on you. And he said, well, you should fight in the shade. But that's the missiles coming. It's going to block out the sun. There's going to be so many of them. What is that, 200 million?
Yeah, that's, yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be so many dynamics playing a part in, you know, and even in the Matrix, it says, I don't know who struck first, but I know that we scorched the sky.
Yep.
You know, and they show you that dismal before and after, or inside the Matrix and outside of it. It was just like total destruction.
Yep.
You know, outside of the Matrix. You know, and it reads, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood moon.
Shit.
Powerful. And it reads 13, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth.
Yeah, that's talking about the nukes, the arrows. ICBMs. Intercontinental ballistic missiles. You know?
Even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind.
Yes, because how when they shot from the from the silo, that's how it's gonna go. You know what I mean? They gonna, you know. It says in Joel, a fire behind them. You know.
Yeah. And it reads 14, and the heaven departed as a scroll.
Meaning what? The reaction is gonna create. It's a mushroom cloud.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the chain of correction it's gonna create. You know.
When it is rolled together.
Yeah, because the scroll, you know, you roll it up. You watch that show Fallout, man. That's a dope show.
Yeah.
I was watching that last night. I was glued to the screen. You know, but it's
They got a second season. Right?
Yep, it's on
season 2.
Yep, it shows you the bunkers. It shows you the mushroom cloud. But the only thing it goes off is Esau think he's going to rebuild after that. He's fucking
Right.
crazy.
Right.
After that, the Israelites are going to take over the planet
Right.
and enslave everybody.
Pretty much. Right burn effect.
Because what you going to do about it?
Right.
You know, like what, I don't know if you remember the Jakes, they were making a joke about getting powers. And he said, the reporter asked him, you know, Edomite, she said, well, what are you guys going to do now that you got the powers? He said, same thing you did to us in the 1800s. Then he said, well, how you going to stop us?
He said, what's that again? Said that?
Jake, you know, he make, you know, Jake make these little spin.
Yeah.
One of them had the power to control fire,
Yeah.
like Elijah. One of them could fly. One of them had super speed. And they asked him, they said, well, what are you guys going to do with your powers? And he was like, same thing you did to us in the 1800s.
That's a change. Right.
What did you might say?
And she was like, what? He said, I ain't saying we're going to do it. But how you going to stop us?
Oh, but you gotta sit down. Oh,
But
man.
that's true though.
Yeah.
The Lord is going, you know, these bodies right now is a punishment. Well, you know, the upgrade is the new body. That's only going to be given to the Israelites. You know?
I appreciate it.
And that proves Esau not going to attack us in the king. Because what the hell are you going to do with a Samson? Esau couldn't fuck with Samson now.
Right.
Think about it. This man, he took a jawbone of an ass and
1,000 Hamites.
fucking him up.
Right.
Because the spirit of the Lord was on him. You know?
Quick precept. The book of Job, chapter 20, verse 24. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
Yeah, he gonna hide in his undersea bases, you know, his mountainside, highways, you know. He's gonna try to. Right now, they're hiding. So you got celebrities buying bunkers.
Yeah.
If you try to get a bunker inside Babylon, you stupid. You might as well leave the country.
Oh, like that one you sent to the chat with the chick was talking about the underground tunnels.
Yeah.
Well, the roadways and shit. They got like McDonald's. and
Yeah, that shit
down
up like
there.
that.
Like it's a whole city
I like
that's underneath this bitch. Which they do got the subways, but it goes deeper than that. It goes into the underground the bunker cities.
He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow still shall strike him through.
You know what? That's what's the bull still on. The nuclear weapons. You're gonna flee from. You're gonna try to hide in this bunker, but ain't no escaping that shit.
Right.
And the Lord do allow you to escape so that you can go in captivity.
Cause that song, there's nowhere to run to, baby. There's nowhere to hide. Yeah, that song.
Verse 25, it is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glitterous sword cometh out of his gold.
Yeah, because this is modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. So the same way Sodom and Gomorrah went out, the same way this place is gonna go out. Fire and brimstone.
Terrors are upon him, and all darkness shall be hid in his secret places.
Yeah, that's gonna be some terrible shit, man. And plus, imagine you do get away, you're in a bunker, and then superhumans break in there and smash your ass out.
Terrifying.
You know? They're gonna go from riches to rags, man, instantly.
An Incredible Hulk just bust in there. Hulk smashing some
Grab
shit.
your ass by the neck.
Right.
He gonna rethink it as an alien invasion at that point. He gonna be like, what is this? Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, y'all, since y'all want to fantasize about it so fucking bad, you really gonna see some alien activity.
And the thing about it, it's gonna be the same so-called Negroes that you were trying to, that you were slave that you used. That's them in their new body.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
So clutch your pearls then. Sheets off. Rather like to grab, clutch their purse. You know what I'm saying? Lock their doors and shit when you walk by.
Cross
Yeah.
the chain, you know.
Cross the street and come in. Yeah. Do that then.
All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him, and shall go ill with him
That's the stupid ass nigga here.
that is left in his tabernacle. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise against him. Yeah, that when they mean by the earth shall, reveal his iniquity, meaning like the prophets out here. You know what I'm saying? It's on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that he's going through is showing that he been wicked. That's the reason why this is like how they say you get a cause a reaction, a bad action cause a bad reaction. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you're getting revealed as that man of sin. Everybody is going against you now. Everybody's seeing that your skirt have been lifted, the veil been cast away from you. So now everybody coming at you now. You know what I'm saying? So that's showing that who's the wicked now.
Right.
Even in the comic books, I got this comic book called Youngblood, and there's like super soldiers or whatever. And even in the comic book called, like, you know what I'm saying, the small hatters in America, Little Satan and Big Satan in the comic book. You know what I'm saying? So even the illustrators and the writers know, and who they are, Edomites. You know what I'm saying? So even to that small level, in entertainment or in comic book, whatever, is exposing this place or what this place is really are.
There's been all kind of literature throughout the centuries, like what it was from Africa to Timbuktu, what's it called?
From Babylon to Timbuktu.
From Babylon to Timbuktu, race has no color line, what's the one you got? Nature has no color line. So Esau got all the information, it's just to those that are dumbed down to it that's not looking for it.
And then imagine what they got in the Vatican. Because they have all the ancient relics and stuff. They got all our shit, man. But what it says that he had swallowed down riches and he's gonna vomit them up. So that's like you hit a motherfucker and they start puking. You hit gut shot and they start puking everything up. That's what the Lord's gonna do. All of our land, even his land. He's gonna take his land, his woman, all of our riches, everything that he took from us. All of it's gonna be coming right back to us.
That's what Benny Siegel said in his rhyme. I hit you when you store your food. You know what I'm saying?
Good story.
Hit you right in the stuff. And then the heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise against him. See, even the earth is against him. Earthquakes, you know what I'm saying? Animals going against them.
A lot of times when they're at sea, you have what you call them, orcas. They be trying to knock them off the ship.
Yo, this was like probably like 6-8 years ago. They were showing like orca whales. Man, it was attacking, like it was like a school and it was attacking Esau, man.
Yeah.
That whole water was bloodied all up. You seen the orcas jumping out of the water?
Yeah.
Because I guess the ships they was on, I think there was like what you call it, Navy or whatever, the ship was sinking. And I guess they was taking like, they started jumping on their water rafts and trying to, you know, man, mad orcas just started attacking them, like a whole school of them, jumping out of the water, just attacking them. All you see was just blood, like a pool of blood all around that water, man.
Yeah, a lot of people
massacre.
I mean, don't get me wrong, a shark, like you know, you fall in a river, you face to face with a shark, you probably gonna be frozen with fear. But what you should be afraid of is the orca.
Yeah.
They got a high level of intelligence.
Yeah, well, AKA killer whales.
Yeah, there you go.
Because they can kill a shark.
Yep.
So they call them killer whales.
They like the wolves of the sea.
Right.
Like they roam in packs and they bully the sharks.
Yeah. Like even in on land animals, even though a lion is a fierce animal, that elephant ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yeah.
They kill a lion. You know what I'm saying? Just they sheer size. You know what I'm saying? You know they say size ain't everything, but it do matter. You know what I mean?
So that's what it means, like the earth would go against them. If you seen they showed it recently a dog was tearing down the Amalek flag. You know what I'm saying? He was tearing it down. Even the birds was taking down the flags and started, nipping at the ropes, and then the flag came over. You know what I'm saying?
So I believe when a lightning bolt struck the I think it struck the
Obelisk.
Earth is against this man. So Lord is showing no downfall. Even what was in Paris with the Statue of Liberty, like the little replica, the wind blowing it down and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know.
And I think I think the lightning hit that big ass Jesus in Brazil.
Yep.
Statue of
the Redeemer. That's what they call it. Crisco. And for New Year's they had like a fucking 3D one coming out the water and everybody was cheering, clapping. That's idolatry. You know?
Verse 28, the increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of wrath. So that means his riches, all the stuff that he stole. He said, the day of wrath, lose all of it. 1 hour should come to naught. His riches.
Because wealth is never lost, it's only transferred. Just like energy. Like it's never lost, it's only transferred. Just like, you say someone, that's an energy vampire. Right. That's why you can be in a good mood when somebody will do something, and then now all of a sudden you in a pissing mood like they are.
Yeah, they call them party poopers in language terms. Motherfucker kill the vibe, kill the whole motherfucking whole day up.
Because they something. They try to take your energy. So energy is like wealth. It's never lost. It's only transferred. So all that gold, silver, relics, diamonds, pearls, stones, whatever you got. It's going to be given right back.
Verse 29, this is the portion of a wicked man from Yahweh, and the heritage appointed unto him by Yahweh, because his, because his sinful ways, he said, Lord said, I'm going to come, I'm going to give every man their reward, you know what I'm saying? Righteous, I'm going to give you a righteous reward, the wicked, I'm going to give you a rich reward, a wicked reward, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you evil from evil, you know what I'm saying? Because this is what you reap. This is what you're going to sow. You sow what you reap.
Yeah, you're not about to sow tomatoes and think, I'm going to get pineapple.
Great, yeah. I got a precept to go along with what you just said. Well, not a precept. I got a word of the day for me. I learned this word. It's called come-uppance. So it's from the Oxford Dictionary. The meaning is a punishment or fate that someone deserves. So that's Esau. Like it's already written that the elder shall serve the younger. For all the wickedness you've done, you're going to get your comeuppance, Esau. You know what I'm saying? A punishment or fate that someone deserves, and you fucking deserve it. You fucking devil. All you've been doing is just oppressing the children of Israel, and the other nations, the heathen and shit.
What says the thief coming not but to steal, kill, and destroy. So yeah, you're gonna get your come up, you're gonna get yours, dude.
Right. Why?
Say,
Get yours, B.
You said right?
You paid in full. Niggas paid in full. Yeah. Niggas die every day, B.
Go back to Rev 6. Was that it?
Yep.
All right, go back to Rev 6. Damn, it's be turned up out there on Saturday. It's not like Sunday. You can tell.
In your Kendrick Lamar voice. Not like us. This is Revelation, chapter 6, continuing on. And it says, and it reads in 14, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of the places.
Yeah, I mean, before the flood, the earth was what? Like a Pangea. After the flood, you can kind of tell
It's cracked to that.
and you know, you kind of put
Back together.
it kind of fits in like a puzzle.
Right.
Like South America to Africa, you know? Water is cold, man.
Because you find animals on this side that's not really native on this side, so that goes to show you the whole planet was connected at one point. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause how animals that's supposed to be over there is over here.
Yeah.
And that's fossilized into their own rocks. You know what I'm saying? So that goes to show you, like you said, everything is connected.
So that goes to show you when the nuke shit, that's gonna move island shit, you know, stuff gonna move, man.
Yeah.
Like what they say, when they get angry, furniture gets thrown around. So you can say the furniture is continents, you know,
Exactly.
states, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Countries.
Yeah. What it said, the earth is opened up and swallowed up, you know, the inhabitants. I think it was an account that happened. It said that the earth killed more people than the actual soldiers did. In that account. I think they were, I don't know if they were fighting, who was that?
I think they were
King David's son. They were chasing him.
Jonathan.
Yeah, one of his sons.
No, Absalom.
Absalom tried to, he wanted to be
Yeah.
instead of king.
I know what you're talking
But
about.
yeah, they were chasing through, but
The woods.
the woods had, the earth had killed more people in that particular day than the actual warriors, you know?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's what Absalom was trying to, you know, they were trying to make Absalom the new king.
The king, yeah.
You know, but they didn't know that the Lord had Solomon set up to be the king.
Right. But yeah, but the earth, yeah, because that's what happens with earthquakes. The actual roads open up, even those sinkholes. You know what I'm saying? Imagine driving and falling in one of them motherfuckers.
And that happened right there by the Central Park Loop.
That's some scary shit.
That's some scary shit,
It
man.
was a sinkhole. You know that, right?
When this happened?
This happened like 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yep. Lady was driving her car right now.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a big ass sinkhole. But that was funny. I was supposed to go to Vegas that day. I said,
Yeah,
I was
go that
supposed to
way.
go down there that day. I was like, good that I didn't go.
That's the Lord, right?
Uh-huh.
Right through the stuff.
I was supposed to go down that day. I was supposed to go grocery shopping. For some reason, oh sorry.
Oh, you good, bro?
For some reason, I think I had overspent my money or something. But something happened that I didn't go that day.
Go, Lord.
Ultimately, the Lord.
Yeah.
Just like today, they were going to send it on.
And it reads, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman and every free man hid
So
themselves.
everybody going to try to hide.
Right.
That goes into you said it's a bondman that going into the service and working. Because the thing was redacted. One of them was saying it about how they was like a few years ago. I think I seen in the group chat a while back when they were saying about how the elite are underground and they gonna have their maids and their butlers. He said that scripture right there. He didn't even know it. That's the scripture. And they're gonna have all their workers and they, you know what I'm saying, people that work for them gonna be down there with them.
And not only that, it's all the missing children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If they ain't in your happy meals, right? You know?
You still going to try to, you know, offer up sacrifices to Satan.
Yeah. You know? Just like in that scene from what was that, Birth of a Nation? You know, he had asked what was his name in the movie? Well, he's the actual person, Nat Turner. He had asked him, yo, can I do this one? Well, his daughter, his goddamn Edomite, had his young daughter laid in the bed with him. He went in there and axe murdered his ass and took his baby. You know what I'm saying? You know, so we gonna go in the underground bunkers and get all our children from up out of there.
But the lawyer said, I shall raise up saviors from Zion. So that's the elect men with power. And brothers been having dreams like that.
Even that heathen woman, the Arabian woman was like, please come help us, please.
Right.
You know, so
Come
we
back home.
Yeah, we want y'all to come
Come
save
here.
us. That's right there. He said Savior should come up on Judge Esau, the mom of Esau. Judge Esau. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But this is my, I believe that Jacob Rothschild ain't dead. Because this at the pivotal what they see. You think he dead? And then, the Lord keeping that man alive, man.
A lot of shit you can't believe.
Yep.
These stunt doubles, green screen, AI, you don't know what the fuck you're seeing.
When we go get him out of that cave, we gonna see Jacob Rothschild. Now, wait a minute, I thought you was dead. You know what I'm saying? Come here, you gonna try to run away low.
Look at that, Mr. Burns.
Be like Vader, be like just do a force choke. And where you going? You trying to run away in the sky? We go hold him up and you trying to run away, legs kicking. Like, come here, I'm bringing him back. Like, told you, you lying. That's the fence.
It's like heavy ass chains on.
They
ain't gonna be able to move.
Yep.
The chains we put on Esau, he ain't gonna be able to move.
Nah, it ain't gonna be your Mr. T chains either.
It might be some real spiritual change. You seen that AI video brother did? It was like a short one.
Oh yeah,
Levi Arts.
They
saw
couldn't
it.
even stand up.
Yep.
They couldn't even they was on they couldn't even lift their heads up.
He put the chain like some type of cyber chains on their neck.
Yeah.
Then he would say, you laid heavy yokes on people that they couldn't bear. Now you about to suffer the same fate.
Right.
The next thing you know, you seen the red light come on, and then I guess it got tight on his legs. He's like, he's like, his body just like started to shift. I said, man, you laid heavy yokes on everybody else that nobody can bear. Now you about to suffer. You know what I mean?
And verse 15, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, I'll just keep loud again. And the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, see, even the mighty men, right? And every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountain.
Because they got those mighty men to protect them. You know what I'm saying? To protect them from whatever, to keep guard for whatever is going to come in to defend against the elect.
That's security guard.
They're going to have AI robots, super soldiers all around them.
Pretty much like an underground castle.
Yep.
In the ancient world, what you had walled cities, walls of Jericho. Put up walls, so what? You can't just get in and take over our city.
It's like that song, the Saints come marching in. Heavenly Father wanted it to be a good fight, so he's gonna have him with his best soldiers, best troops for the 144 to get that fight in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, imagine you get a new body, you don't want to test it out. You don't
Test it
want
out.
to start flying. That's what they did when they came over here. Yeah. And how let's see if we could kill them in one sword swing.
Right.
Chop them in half.
Yeah.
So that's there. Lord, when we get the new body, still we can fucking put my whole arm through them in one punch. One punch man.
Well, that statement you just made, with the Saints go marching in, it remind me of that script where it says when they were celebrating King David when he came back from war, and they were getting on Saul, they was like, yeah, you killed thousands of men, but David killed tens of thousands. You know what I'm saying? But that's like the warriors coming back.
Yep.
Like in 300. You know what I'm saying? You come back from your war duty, you know what I'm saying? You celebrate.
In the book of Job, they said we should boast ourselves in our power. We're gonna boast. Like, you see how I killed all these men, you see how I took that tank and threw the tank in the air and it crashed into that jet, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna boast in that.
Calling on the name. They're gonna be terrified, man. what does Nate saying that when he get the kingdom, Esau going, how the fuck he gonna attack us and he's gonna be in chains?
Right.
How you gonna get out of it?
Yeah.
He's gonna be a spiritual captivity. You can't get out of it. And then you gotta go up against superhumans.
Yeah.
They got the new X-Men coming out. I think it's, I forget the title of it. But it's a new X-Men movie coming out.
Okay.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, that's what it's the new MCU reversion of it. Like,
I think it's called X-Men Apocalypse, if I'm not mistaken.
no, it's Avengers Doomsday.
Avengers Doomsday.
But X-Men is going to be a major part in that movie.
Oh, okay. That's what it is.
Yeah. They saying that super soldier was used in that Mexican remember Doro? Yeah. I don't know if that's true, but that's what they
No, it could be true, because you remember if you go back to the whole, what's that shit happened over there in St. Louis? What was that city over there in St. Louis with the Mike Brown? Forgot the name of that city over there.
I think that's what you're talking about, St. Louis, Missouri, right?
Yeah, but it was a city particular over there. I forget the name. Anyway, but they were showing footage. If you go back, they were showing footage of a super soldier, man. This motherfucker was like 10 feet tall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, this
I
shit
think
was crazy.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
Remember? I mean, I
yeah.
think I sent it in. Somebody sent it to the chat, but it was a topic we was bringing up. And I remember watching it, and I spoke on it. But this motherfucker was huge, man. I mean, he couldn't have been like regular human. It was like this motherfucker was, you know what I'm saying? And they're just, you know what I'm saying, on some Terminator shit, man. You know? I believe it, yeah.
It was saying
super soldier.
The dude was breaking it down, like saying like how they was using sonic, like sound waves to making the soldiers like ears bleed and mouth bleed. Yeah. They said that 20 soldiers killed off 100 of Maduro soldiers. Like within a time breaking time. Like he said they never seen nothing like that. He said he was the soldiers in there.
That's what Most High swore.
Yeah.
What say he bears not the sword in vain? No. Not about to fucking Esau, man. Because Most High got him where he wants to be. Like the Most High gonna take this man down. Yeah. So he's not gonna let nobody else get his glory. You know?
That's DARPA. You heard of DARPA?
Yeah. Esau got some shit. Esau got all type of shit. And he about to unleash it. You know?
If you got to have super soldier, you know you got to use them to test them out for the real thing.
That's what I'm saying. That's the fun part.
Yeah.
So you got this power, you ain't gonna
exercise it.
You don't want to get busy.
That was my favorite movie on Universal Soldier. You know what I'm saying? Remember that movie, right? Van Damme?
Whole movie.
Dope.
I think they got one Michael J. White.
Yep. On the second one.
Yeah.
But also too, it's not just gonna be like what they call them, like humanoid type of super soldiers. It's gonna be actual killer robots, like in that movie. Was it Wrath of Men?
Wrath of Men. Monsters of Men.
Monsters of Men.
That was dope.
Yeah, but that's what they did. They tested them fucking robots out in the jungles of was it Asia or was that South America?
I think it was South America.
But I don't remember. They sent them in there trying to take down the drug lords. So it could have been South America, down there in the jungle, in the Amazon. You know?
And he saw the perfect devil, man. You know what I'm saying?
But that's why he became so prideful. You know? But that's gonna be his downfall. You know?
You're gonna exercise this one, you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't understand people like. We used to tell people about, I say they got nuclear weapons, they're going to be used, or they never going to use them. What the fuck they building for? They're not going to use it. They got plenty of them, they just ain't time to use it. They're going to use it, man. Just like they got concentration camps here. They've been up for a while. Oh, they ain't gonna. I said they got them because they're going to use them. They're going to put motherfuckers in there at some point in time. You know?
Yeah, try to just be happy in a concentration
camp. Right, bitch. Yeah, that shit brought me out. Peaceful thoughts, and you know what I mean?
Try to do that in the vehicle.
Yeah.
Whatever this man, whenever he never made something he didn't use it. He may use it, you just didn't know about it, he used it, but he damn sure used it. He tested it.
Tuskegee.
Yep.
He had to test it out.
Same thing with the Panama deception. You know, I remember that. I was seeing that on the news back in '93. I remember seeing that. They said a laser beam came from the sky and split the car into and killed like the man and his family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's even in recent times what they call the Mountain Dew.
Direct energy.
Direct energy. Yeah. Motherfucking got all kind of motherfucking high-tech military grade weapons, man. You know? Lasers and shit.
Continue. No, I was just saying, I was gonna say like about plagues and stuff, just like you were just saying how you feeling sick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're doing all types of experiments.
Yeah. Biological. Yeah. Chemical warfare.
Crack and cocaine.
This motherfucking new strand or whatever this killer F to the L to the U. You know what I'm saying? You know? And pestilences and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Put that out here in like 15 minutes.
You know? That's warfare.
Crazy ass weather.
Right.
You know?
Crazy ass man. So, and it reads, Revelation 6 and 16, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne.
That's like a self-destruct button.
Right.
That's a, hey, they come to get us, we're gonna press this button to store our stuff, make sure you know, that's like Esau is, you know.
Right.
You're suicide, you will come on. When you put hands on him, he'll kill himself. Okay, everybody with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, because you know, if we get our hands on them, we gonna make them suffer.
Well, yeah. Well, that was the proposition the Lord gave to David. He said, "You want me to judge it, or you want man to judge it?" David went with the Most High, you know, because you know he gonna have mercy.
That goes into what? You should seek death and you should not find it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna try to find death, but they're gonna lie you now. You'll keep your ass alive. You know what I'm saying?
And on top of that, in that scripture, it just said, "Hide us from him that sit on the throne." So they gonna know it's gonna be the Lord that's doing that. You know? They can be like, "Man can't do this." Just like with the Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? Then he said, "Their God is God." Is, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because his magicians couldn't do what Moses was able to do.
Like they have power, but they don't have power. And that's just like right now. That's the balance. Like yeah, they have super soldiers and this and that. But what's the balance? The Lord giving us the men spiritual power.
144,000.
So that goes boom. That goes the great Scott Batman. You got it. You know what I'm saying? Like just like I say, like you said, Heavenly Father's perfect. If you got a natural, you don't think you got a supernatural. You know what I'm saying? Like you tell the Jake that, you gonna get spiritual powers. Like wait a minute, Esau got it. Look at this technology. You don't think the Heavenly Father got men on the earth that gonna have spiritual powers like that? Come on.
And really, that's the Lord's technology. He just allowed Esau to utilize, to tap into it, you know what I'm saying? Because what he created the waste. You know what I'm saying? The Oppenheimers, you know what I'm saying? The scientists, you know? They call them the Smiths. So he allowed Esau to be able to create these different weapons of mass destruction, if you will.
He put in his movies to show you this is what he got.
I'm gonna grab that in Isaiah.
Right.
I'm
But that's like you know, Mr. Miyagi teaching Daniel's son. He ain't gonna teach him everything. He gonna keep a little something to, you know, kick your ass with. Like, oh, okay, grasshopper, not that fast. You know what I'm saying? I ain't teach you this one. You know what I'm saying?
This is Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals and the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. That no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. You know, this is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, said the Lord. So no weapon that Esau got is going to work against the men of the Lord.
Not a one, not a none.
And the movie, Man is Still. Remember those General Zod and they came to Earth and they was fighting all the soldiers and they were shooting missiles at him. And Tom he was smacking them, joking their head, smacking them. That's gonna be us.
I can see that.
Every time when
I can fight.
that scripture come out, I think about that movie right there. You know what I'm saying? When General Zod came and those the three villains from Krypton, and they was looking for Kal-El, and they was destroying the military. You know?
Read it again. Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals and the fire, and that bringeth forth the instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. That's Esau. And his instrument is his nuclear weaponry, nuclear capability, take space force. This man has a space force. And, he got direct energy. He got all types of shit. So if you're looking at it carnally, we're done. We don't have what Esau had on a militarily weapon type level. But on the spiritual aspect, it's no way he's gonna win. Because we got the space force too. Which is what? Michael and the Archangel. Jerry,
I say something too, Andrew. Even though when Esau talking about they don't shot down the chariot out of the sky, even though they ain't do that. But if they did, the Heavenly Father probably have a chariot to go so they can shoot it out, and boost them up, and make them think how you give them think they got a fighting chance. You know what I'm saying? That's a strategy. That's a war tactic. We're gonna send a dummy chariot out, and let them hit it, and let it destroy and crash. So we can, boost them up, thinking they got a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like when we play three-car Monty or that card game. You made them think. You made them win a couple times. To draw them in. More money. Yep. So then boom, get it. Take it all. That's what the Heavenly Father doing to them. If they did shot down the chariot. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that
Esau can't mess with that technology. That technology changed shape, sizes, dimensions. Exactly. He's a liar. That shit could be Project Blue thing.
Well, I'm just using that as how it's being strategized. You know what I'm saying? That's why he said in Romans 9, he said, I'm the one who raised up Pharaoh, I raised you up. You know what I'm saying? So I control my might. You know what I'm saying?
That's probably some shit he made.
Yep.
Because that's all going to tie into Project Blue thing. We found this crash spaceship. You made that, man. Ain't no type of weapon you got that touch the chariot.
Hell no.
Something that could change dimensions, shapes, sizes, come out of volcanoes. Hell no, man.
You can see it go in the sun. Don't the scripture say you see an angel in the sun? Now that chariot is just coming in and out of it. You know what I'm saying?
And the sun ain't nothing compared to the Heavenly Father. It says his eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So we looking at the sun like, this big ball of molten lava it look like.
Right, because the light from the sun catches everything.
Yeah.
So that's like the eyes of the Father. Catching, more than that.
Yeah, that's nothing. The sun that's nothing in comparison. It ain't that in the establishment of Superman, don't he draw his power from the sun? Well, that's crazy. That's radiation. That's pure radiation.
That's Jake. Kal-El, Plutonium is Jake. We get power from the sun. That's our medicine. That's heals good look. He's just a white man.
But that's the famous saying, Brother Lord used to say. I hate you, the Heavenly Father hates you, and the Son hates you. The Son's trying to kill you. The Son, the other guy. The Son dies in it.
They got a disease. They show this Edomite sister got a disease that she a real live vampire. She can't go out in the sun because the sun hits her skin. She burns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She had to live her whole life in the house. Yeah. She only can come outside at night.
No, there's a certain, it's an actual term for it, but there's people that's allergic to the sun.
Yeah.
Like it make them sick. You know what I mean? Which is Esau. Fell bastard.
Her son, like every time. her skin actually burns. And she said, huh? Yeah. Her skin actually burns up when she goes into the sun. She said, like cooking.
And it reads, continuing on in Revelation 6 and 16, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall.
Amos 9 and 1.
Revelation 6 and 16, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne.
Yeah, they're going to try to hide from what's coming, which they're already doing. You know, I speak as a man, but I think they're already doing it.
Right.
They might come out, but come on now, they got that shit set up already.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and what that's talking about, that's not, the Lord ain't gonna come off his throne. That's gonna be 144,000 turning from fishermen to hunters.
Yeah.
See that?
Oh, matter of fact, when you're done with that, that's a good precept. Because he said they're going to take them out. Go ahead.
Right.
The book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 1. I saw the Lord stand upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintels of the door, that the posts may shake and cut them in the head. All them that I will slay, and the last of them with the sword, he that fleeth of them shall not flee away. And he that escape,
you're not going to escape, man. You know, no one can escape the judgment.
escapeth of them shall not be delivered. Verse 2, though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them.
Right, so you dig in the hell, meaning what? That's not talking about, you know, a place where you burn forever. It's meaning what? Inside the earth. What does Esau have? Deep underground military bases. So even though you dig in there and set yourself up, you're nestled in. They got post office down there, gyms, movie theaters. They got all types of shit down there. You know?
Right. They climb up to heaven.
They got space stations, you know? If he has a space force, and they be talking about going to Mars and shit, you're not going anywhere, man.
This will I bring them down.
Yeah. They don't be going.
Verse 3, and though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them.
So that goes to Revelation. You try to hide in the mountains, we're gonna get you there. You try to hide underground, you don't get brought up. Keep going.
They be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea.
You try to hide in the sea, that's the worst place you can go.
Why?
Because you got Leviathan down there. You know?
This will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them.
Exactly, that's Leviathan. Leviathan gonna stir him up. Because he got under, you know, like the movie, what's that movie, man? Deep Blue Sea, you know, like a little underground base to, you know, check on the sharks and shit. Yeah, he's got their stuff down there too. It's trying to hide, but that's the worst place you can go.
Aquaman, so King, Samaritan, you know what I'm saying? They call on, he summon the fishes and all types of sea creatures to attack, you know, attack on the military and shit. Yep, that's Godzilla gonna come get you.
I got that Jeremiah 16 and 16. Yep. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, and they shall fish them.
So that's what we're doing right now. You know, we're fishing for the hopeful elect, you know, go out to the highways and hedges and compel them, meaning what? Threats, we let you know what's coming. So the word is the bait. So we're fishing, you know?
Right. And it reads, and they shall fish them, and after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill.
So that's the point. So the hunters are going to be what? They're going to have spiritual power. You know? You know where that's at? Wisdom of Solomon 3.
Right? And out of the holes of the rock, for my eyes are upon all their ways, They are not hid from my face.
Esau, you know what I mean? No matter what he do, he's not gonna be able to hide. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to hide.
Neither is their iniquity hid from my eye.
And that's what sin upon sin. Esau thinks he can hide. He thinks he's gonna get away, but he ain't gonna get away.
Right.
I
Not
think
this
it's
time.
verse 5. See what 5 says.
It said verse 5 is having been a little chastened.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 5. Having been a little
Start
chastened.
at 1, wait, end of it. Read down to 10.
10. The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 1. But the soul of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh. There shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die.
Yeah, because ultimately the Most High, is what? The Father of spirits. So even though some of us might be martyrs or put to death, the Most High has the power to raise us right back up. There's plenty of examples. Lazarus,
Their departure is taken from misery.
Yeah, so they see us out here, they think we're just wasting our lives, or they come to grab us up,
Right. Really, you helping us. You know what I'm saying? Get up out of this pretty quickly. You just releasing our spirit.
Yeah, because the action from the body is present with the Father.
Right.
And they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace.
But they are in peace. Why? Because we're going to be with the Father. Lord willing, we have the hope for life. The Lord's going to be, did the work. He says, what? Blessed are they that die in the Lord.
For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope for being hope full of immortality.
That's going into what? The persecution, being beheaded, all of that. Being locked up. That's being punished in the sight of men.
Verse 5, have been a little chastened, they shall be greatly rewarded.
But the Lord said this a little chastisement. This ain't nothing.
For Yahweh reproves them and found them worthy for himself.
The Lord said this is like a smack on the head. Like you just child, you do something, you warn them. You might not want to hear it, but you might pop them.
Right.
Or they might do something more severe, then you gotta put the note on them.
Yeah.
But the Lord said, ultimately said it's a light action. I couldn't do the work.
This is shock value. You know what I'm saying? You remember getting popped as a kid, that shit shocked the shit out you. Like, oh shit, okay, yeah, I hear you now.
as gold in the furnace have tried them and received them as burnt offering.
And read that again. Over.
Verse 6, as gold in the furnace have tried them.
Because that's going to be a testing of your faith. Right. So if you put something in the furnace, you're putting heat to it.
Yeah.
So the persecution, that's that heat. Possibly losing your life, that's that heat. Our temptation, that's all that heat.
Right.
Well, what did the Lord say? Since I have kept my patience, I'm going to also keep you during the hour of temptation. I'm not just going to leave you also.
Yeah.
I'm being with you.
Right.
And that's even if you die.
Right.
But that's the type of faith, that's the faith Abraham had over Isaac. Like, even if I do take him, the Lord just going to set it right back.
Right. And that's also getting purity off. It's a purification period to humble you. You know what I mean? To let you know, you ain't need all that. All that access, all that stuff you thought you needed. You know what I mean? The Lord is just gonna turn you into like into a frugal state of being. You're gonna be happy with it. You know what I'm saying? Serving him.
Well, he's going to make us perfect.
Right.
Because the trials and tribulations is to make us perfect. I mean, we're not now. So once we get the new body, the laws and everything will be in our inward parts, and you won't be able to sin anymore.
Right.
So that's what this captivity is for.
Right.
Because ultimately, you're supposed to be immortal.
Right. Perfect.
And receive them as burnt offerings. In the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks amongst the stubble.
Like what you might watch on the anime. You see, like, Dragon Ball Z, they power up. Things of that nature. It said they shall shine. Or even Bruce Lee was. He had that glow. When he started to believe, he said, I am.
Who's the master?
We start believing, we start calling on our power, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The Most High put that glow on you.
They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. Verse 9, they that put their trust in him shall understand the trust, and such as be faithful and love shall abide with him.
So read that.
Verse
They shall
9.
understand the truth.
They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth.
Yep, there you go. You know, you put your trust in the Lord, the Most High will open your eyes. You know?
Such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints.
Yeah, but that's for the saints, Israelites. You know? The saints are, that's only one people. You know? So not everybody's going to get mercy. Then not all of the nation of Israel is going to get mercy.
And he hath cared for his elect.
He had cared for his elect. That's the point right there.
But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imagination, which have neglect the righteous and forsake the Lord.
No, so with that, we're going to end it. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua,
Hashem, Shalom.